Hi everyone and welcome. It's great having you here with me. I'm remaking a 20% pine tar soap. This is one of my most popular soaps here locally. Plus I've had a few of you request that I remake the pine tar soap because, well, you like it as well. And I have to admit that I was really surprised at just how many people like pine tar soap. And while many people consider it more of a masculine fragrance from the pine tar, a lot of my customers, both locally and online, are females buying it for themselves, not for a spouse. So we can put that myth to bed that the fragrance of pine tar is not just a masculine fragrance, but something everybody can like. And I really think that's true of most things. Men like lavender and rosemary and other fragrances. Maybe not all men, and maybe they don't want to walk around smelling like lavender, but certainly in a soap, that's something that a lot of guys really don't mind. We like to relax and enjoy a spa-like experience sometimes as well. One of the tips I want to share with you all about making a pine tar soap is to always soap at cooler temperatures. I let my oils get down at least in the 80s, and the same with my lye solution. And even soaping here at 20% pine tar, meaning that 20% of my oils and butters is the pine tar itself, I'm not dealing with a lot of pre-acceleration. As you can see, it's still very malleable. I can spread it about the mold and get it into those corners and things, trying to avoid any air pockets or anything at the top without any issue at all. And that is, something that a lot of people do find with pine tar soap, that it's not very malleable. Well, that's oftentimes because they are soaping at too high a temperature. Now, what I'm about to say may kind of fly right in the face of what I just said, and that is that yes, you want your oils in the 80s and your lye solution as well. That's a great idea. But you also want to heat up your pine tar a bit so that it thins out a bit. And that doesn't mean getting it really hot. It just means getting it above room temperature so that it's more fluid. And then when you add it to those cooler oils and the cooler lye solution, it cools as well, but you don't have the problem with that really fast acceleration where you're dealing with soap on a stick. Now, I will say, because this is so high in pine tar, it is a little stickier cutting those loaves, but cutting the individual bars, once I let it sit out at room temperature a bit, they came out just great. There's not much to show because, well, they're just brown soaps. I didn't do any kind of decoration or swirls or anything like that. Or alternate colors. It's just the brown of the pine tar that you're seeing there. And it's very dark for a pine tar soap, but again, that's because I used a very high percentage of 20%. And I did decide, though, that because they are so plain, as I've done in the past, I decided to put a pattern on them, a laser pattern of pine cones and pine needles that I think is just perfect for this type of soap. And I have a lot of fun playing with my laser. I will say that I haven't really marketed my laser, and it's one of the higher end lasers that is out there, but I don't really do a lot of stuff online with it. I've done some local stuff, etching people's guns, knives, and things like that. But I like to use it in my soaping business as well to customize things for my customers, like the coasters that I add into larger orders, and keychains, and doing bars of soap like this sometimes. But I am going to start doing some sales on Etsy of my other laser items. More info on that coming soon. Hope you enjoyed this, everyone. These bars will be ready in late July. Have a great day. Goodbye.